Hey everyone, Dan here. Before we get into it, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe button. And keep in mind that these are my own thoughts, opinions, and ideas. These are not meant to be, nor should you take them as, investment or trading advice in any way, shape, or form. Do your own due diligence, put in the work for yourself, and make your decisions based on that. Enjoy. All right, folks, here we are on Thursday, December 21st. We're going to take a look at SoFi today. Just a heads up, I'm a little under the weather today, and this is the second time I'm recording this because it didn't capture my audio the first time. So excuse me if I'm a little bit foggy in the brain. Okay, so SoFi continuing to try to push here, as you can tell. Had the last video recorded, you would have seen me put in this level at 1028. Since it did stretch through this 1003 level and try to make some motion in there, wicked right off of it, but if it does push back up there in the near future, be looking for 1003 and then 1028. There's some good price action coming in between here, but nothing that I want to really clutter the chart with yet. I'd rather see it sort of play out and verify or validate some levels. Doing a good job trying to hold this 948 at the moment. So I'm interested to see if that is sort of like a retest or rehold. If not, we have this 911 level down here. In recent price action, as you can see these candles here, this like 922-ish level has held pretty well, so be interested to see if that is the case, if it does sort of lose this 948 temporarily. And then two other things. One, there's a small gap that it would get into at about 909. It would fill it at about 896, so that would sort of cause it to once again be wrestling with that psychological $9 level. So I don't know if it's going to get there, if it's going to do that now or when, but just as a heads up and a reminder that that is there. Now there's this uptrend support that had been holding nicely. It did a nice job holding here when it banged into it. Now if it drops down through and bangs into it, as the down gap fills or sidesteps and hits it, or even just rises and hits it, I'll be interested to see what it does when it interacts with that next time. Now on the think or swim side of things, we see it has left the channel at the moment, but it is pulling down, and for the time being at least, it's finding support on the upper bound of the channel. So if that continues to hold, that may indicate that there's more bullish momentum to exhaust before it's going to pull back further. If it does get into the channel, it could still find support if it is having, again, some good bullish strength still, some support off of the wave cloud or this mid upper range of the channel, which is that gray area. But if it does sort of fully draw into the channel and do what we ultimately look for any stock that leaves the channel to do, which is come back and retest the mid-range of the channel, that will be sort of like a telling moment. Is it going to find support there and remain sort of in the grasp of the bulls, or is it going to struggle with that? Who knows? But just looking at that for the time being to see how that plays out. Now the histogram dying down the bullish momentum at the moment, but as we see like here on the bearish side of things, or here on the bearish side of things, there can be hiccup candles in there. So just because it's dying down at the moment, it doesn't mean it can't lift back up and put in some more bullish histogram candles here. Mostly what I'm interested in at the moment is it really going to hold this upper bound of the channel? It'll be an impressive move. Gives it an opportunity at least for another push up, and we could see where it goes from there. But if it does draw back down, and even if it comes toward the mid-range of the channel, because this is dynamic and this changes as the candles get put in, that mid-range of the channel, by the time it interacts with it, it could potentially be in the same area of this gap, like that $9 range. I don't know. It's going to depend when it happens, how quickly it happens, that sort of thing. But just something that I'm sort of, always looking for sort of confluences between the two charts to see if something interesting might be brewing. But we'll see. All right, folks. I hope that your trading week has been going well. And as always, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video.